go ahead and start on our backs in Shavasana, please. Let your legs go wide to the front corners of your mat. Arms roll away from your sides, palms face up. Eyes are closed. Let your jaw soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Side out your mouth. Drop into your practice. Your mind is probably racing right now, and that's completely normal. We'll just gently coax its way onto the mat. So notice what sounds are around you. See if you can even pick up any smells. While you're at it, imagine the four walls of your room. Feel the ground supporting you from below. Bring your attention back to your lungs. And just watch your breath go in and out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the very top. If you're pregnant, please keep breathing. Open up your mouth. Release. And breathe normally in and out through your nose. So if you'd like to practice Ujjayi breath, go ahead and do that. Blink your eyes open. Hug your knees in towards your heart. Give yourself a little squeeze here. And draw big circles on the ceiling with your knees in one direction. You can let go of your knees if you like. Roll out your low back. And draw big circles in the other direction. Hug your knees into center. Rock up and down the length of your spine. And when you're ready, you'll find tabletop all fours. Shoulders stack over your wrists. Hips stack over your knees. Knees are X distance apart. Let's warm up the wrists. Spread your fingers wide, grip the mat with all 10 fingers. Draw circles with your shoulders over your wrists in one direction. And we'll move in the other direction. Come back to center, walk your hands forward 12 inches. Step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Shoulders are still stacked over the wrists, heavy in your inner fingers. Really tap those finger pads into the earth so you're not just dumping all of your weight into your wrist creases. If you'd like to lower your knees here, feel welcome to do so. Heels press back, heart draws forward through the gateway of your arms. Breathe. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you'd like to bend one knee and then the other, go ahead and do that. Maybe the backs of your legs are so tight that you want to bend your knees a little bit. That's awesome too. Make sure your feet are hips distance apart, hands shoulders distance apart. Wrap those shoulders away from each other. Line up your ears with the upper arms. Pull your low belly in as you send those hips back and up, away from those hands. And maybe you release your heels a little bit closer to the mat. Leading with the top of your spine, inhale, come forward to plank pose. And exhale, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Again, inhale to plank. Exhale, lift your hip creases back and up, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Lower your knees if you need to. This time, lean your shoulders beyond the wrist. Exhale, bend the elbows over halfway. Inhale, push back up to plank. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Again, inhale, roll forward to plank, lean forward. Exhale, lower halfway, pin the elbows in. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're almost off the hands. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Toes turn down, flex the toes back. Bend your right knee, roll your right hip over your left. Keep rolling your outer right ribs down towards the mat rather than open up towards the right side wall. Set your right foot down next to your left. Inhale your left leg back and up. So we're starting with the hips square. Now bend your left knee, roll your left hip over your right. Square your shoulders off to the mat. Set your left foot down next to your right. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, long back. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, half lift, glance out. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees slightly, turn your toes in slightly towards one another. Lace up your fingers behind the bottom of your skull. Let your hands act like a weight. As you relax your neck, let the spine spill out from the pelvis. Notice if your weight is all the way back in your heels. If that's the case, shift your weight forward a little bit towards the toes. Switch the interlace of your fingers behind your head. Interlace the hands behind your low back. Gently draw your hands up and overhead. Keep your palms touching if you can. If you like, you can just hold opposite elbows or hold a towel or a cloth in between your hands. Switch the interlace of your fingers. Switch which pinky is on top. Switch the hold of your elbows if you've got those. Keep your shoulders moving away from your ears. Release your hands down to the mat. Keep a soft bend to the knees. Pull your lower belly in, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly roll yourself up to standing. Draw your hips beneath your shoulders. And roll your shoulder heads into your ears, back and down. Walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, stand up tall, Tadasana. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank pose. Lean forward, bend the elbows, lower halfway, chaturanga. Flip your toes over, inhale, gently straighten your arms, upward facing dog, hips and thighs lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Step your feet together. Swing both heels to the right, reach your left arm up to the sky, Vashisthasana, side plank. If you've got your feet stacked, big toes kiss, heels slightly apart, you can always modify by stepping one foot in front of the other, staggering the feet, or even lowering the right knee down like a kickstand underneath your right hip and bringing the right heel back behind you. Take the option that serves you, that allows you to keep a long, straight spine, wrap your right shoulder back. Set your left hand down, we're in plank pose. Hover your right foot just an inch above the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Breathe. Lift your right leg back in at three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, roll your right hip over your left. Inhale, come up high on your left toes. Exhale the right foot forward in between your hands. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up for a twist. Make sure your right knee is stacked directly over the center of your right ankle. Sink your right sitting bone down towards that front heel. Arms reach in opposite direction, broadening the space in between your shoulder blades. Reach your top arm up and overhead. Palm rotates towards your face. Maybe your gaze looks up under your right arm. And sit your right hand down, step your right foot back to plank. We'll lower through a vinyasa or skip it. You can always meet in down dog. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose. Step your feet together. Swing both heels to your left. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Again, stagger your feet or lower your left knee down as you like. If you've got your toes stacked, tip your top hip forward a bit so that you're not leaning back. Set that right hand down. We'll meet in plank pose. Hover your left foot just an inch above the mat. Three-legged plank. Left knee to your nose. Lift your left leg back and up, three-legged dog. And bend left knee, roll your left hip over your right. Inhale, come up high on your right toes. Exhale the left foot forward in between the hands. Keep your right hand down, reach your left arm to the sky for that twist. Guide your right shoulder head back. And notice if your right ribs are arching away from the earth, grow them towards the front of the room and then revolve them towards your left thigh. Reach your top arm up and overhead. Keep your right leg activated.
I'm stomping on your hand now. I'm stomping on your hand.
If somebody has their computer on audio, if you could please mute it for us, that would be awesome. Step your left foot back to plank, and we'll flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward past the hands. Walk, step, or jump lightly to the front. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. With the flat back, inhale, reach up, rise, Tadasana. Exhale, palms to prayer. Let your arms fall, inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, flat back. Inhale, half lift, glance out. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or float back, chaturanga, soft elbows or skip it. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog, sun salutation series A. I'm gonna move through this a few times. If you'd like to just skip them, feel welcome to sit in child's pose and await. Inhale, come up high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Walk, step or jump lightly up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up, stand up. Exhale, palms to prayer. Let the arms drift down, inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. One more time, inhale high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump lightly to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms together. Hands drift down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, vinyasa. Inhale for a back bend. And exhale, pushes your hips up and back. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Side out your mouth. Again, deep inhale through your nose. Side out. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, pause. Bring your right knee to cross over to your left elbow. Breathe. Spin your back heel down, straighten your right leg, drop the foot, reach your left arm up to the sky. Ball and triangle, flex your right toes back here on the outer edge of that right foot. If you like, reach your left arm up and over. Set your left hand down, bring your right knee back into your chest. You're on the ball of your back foot. Step the right foot forward in between your hands. Up onto your fingertips. Soften your left knee. Crescent pose, reach your arms up to the sky. So with that soft left knee, you're gonna bring your hips to scoop beneath your shoulders. Keep that long spine. As you gently press your left heel back, really committing to that 90-degree angle in your right knee. Feel your inner left thigh rotate towards the ceiling. The weight is in your inner left foot. Bring your palms to prayer. Shift forward halfway. Bring the weight into your right foot. Warrior 3. Left leg lifts up, standing leg straightens, heart tips forward. Find that uppercase T shape with your body. Your hands can always be on blocks here, one under each shoulder if you like. Bring your shoulders down away from your face. And lower just your hands to the mat, vertical splits. Your left toes are still facing the earth. Relax your neck. Bend your right knee deeply. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. You're in a lunge. Spin your back heel down. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Left arm up to the sky. Side angle. If this is too much for your thighs, your inner thighs or your hips, bring your right hand on a block on the inside of your right foot, or bring your right forearm up on top of your right thigh. Few breaths here. Anchor down at your feet, warrior 2, come on up. Arms out to the sides. Your left toes turn in just 10 degrees. Heart opens towards the left side wall. Your gaze looks forward past those front fingertips. Breathe into the heat of your front leg. And windmill your hands down. Step your right foot back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Shoulders stack over the wrists. And drift your left knee to the right elbow. Pause here. Keep your shoulders stacked over the wrists. Send your back heel down. Straighten your left leg. Let the foot fall. Reach your right arm up. Flex your left toes back. Reach your right arm up and overhead if you wish. Hand down to the mat. Bring your left knee back in towards your heart. You're on the ball of your back foot. Step the left foot forward. Hop onto your fingertips. Keep your low belly tight. Bend your right knee a little bit. Crescent pose. Inhale your arms up. Once your shoulders are stacked over your hips, gently press your right heel back. Shoulders move down your spine. Palms rotate towards one another, maybe even facing the back wall. Bring your palms to prayer at your heart. Lean forward halfway. Shift your weight into your left foot. Warrior 3, right leg lifts up, standing leg straightens, tip forward. Imagine your skull and your right heel moving in opposite directions. Tighten up your low belly. Engage those abdominals to find that stability in your core. And lower just your hands to the mat, vertical splits. Stay anchored in your inner left foot as you lift your right heel up. Bend your left knee deeply. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. You're in a lunge. Spin your back heel down, left hand to the inside of your left foot. Right arm up to the sky. Notice how your left outer hip wants to boomerang out to the left side of the room. Instead, can you carve your left hip crease back towards your right heel to bring that hip in towards the center line of your mat. Anchor down on your feet. Warrior two. Come on up. Notice if your left knee wants to buckle in to the right. Guide it out so that it stacks directly over to the center of your left ankle. Knit your ribs in. Notice if you're arching your spine here. And windmill your hands down. Step your left foot back. Lower through vinyasa. Inhale for the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through your nose. Side out. Shake your head. Yes, shake it no. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale the right foot forward in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, crescent. Come on up. Look 12 inches in front of your right foot for balance. Keep your right knee bent. Step your left foot next to your right chair pose. Surprise. For more stability, your feet can be hips distance. Otherwise, your big toes can come together with your heels slightly apart. Bring your palms to prayer. Lean your heart forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist left elbow outside your right thigh. Keep sending your hips back in space. Notice if your left knee is creeping up. Can you track it back to be at the same line as your right knee? Look down for balance. Still keep that right knee bent. Step your left foot back for a twisted lunge. Oh no. Stay with me. In your mind's eye, see warrior two, leading with your left arm. Unravel the arm, spin your back heel down. Flip your right palm up, reverse. Reach your right arm up and slightly back. Find that lateral stretch on the right hand side. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, hinge your hips back. Reach your right arm forward. Exhale the right hand to your right shin or a block or down to the earth. Reach your left arm up for triangle. Notice if you're piking forward at the waist. See if you can align the back of your skull with your tailbone. Stay soft in your front knee. Warrior two, rebend your front knee and straighten it one more time. Lower your hands down your sides. Step your left foot up to meet your right at the front of the mat. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee in towards your heart. Right hand to your outer left knee. Reach your left arm back behind you. Your palm faces the left wall. Stay here, or maybe look back towards your left hand. Play with balance. Prepare to fall. Release your right arm forward. Now, in your mind's eye, see half moon. Slowly lower your right hand down, 12 inches in front of your right foot. As you extend your left leg back at the height of your hips, your right hand might be on a block. Flex your left toes, turn them towards the left side wall. Stack your left arm on top of your right. Lower your left hand down, vertical splits, turn your left toes to the earth. Inhale, lift your left leg a little higher. Exhale, set it down next to your right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale the left foot forward in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Few breaths here as you sink down into the square in your left knee. Look 12 inches in front of your left foot for balance. Keep the left knee bent. Step your right foot next to it. Chair pose. Sink down deep. Carve that tailbone down so you're not arching in your low back. Bring your palms to prayer. Lower your heart. Take an inhale here. And exhale, twist right elbow outside your left thigh. Tug your right hip back to align with your left. Stack that left elbow on top of your right. Top hand presses down on the bottom hand and vice versa. Look down for balance once more. Keep your left knee bent. Keep the twist. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. We're in a lunge. Breathe. In your mind's eye, see warrior two, leading with your right arm. Open up towards the right side wall. Spin your back heel down. Keep the 90-degree angle in your left knee as you flip your left palm up. Inhale, reverse with your left arm up and back. Create space in your left hip crease. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, hinge your hips back. Reach your left arm forward. Exhale your left hand down. Right arm up to the sky. Triangle. The left hand might be on a block on the outside of your left shin. Wherever it's at, stay gentle on the front knee. Keep your weight stamped into your left big toe. Glide those ribs forward so you're not creating a rainbow with your ribs. Come back to warrior two. Bend your front knee and straighten it. Lower your hands down your sides. Step your right foot up to the front of the mat. Bring your weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee in towards your heart. Left hand to your outer right knee. Reach your right arm back behind you. Palm faces the right side. Maybe your gaze follows. Notice if you're tipping over, can you carve your right hip down? Reach your left arm forward. Look forward. In your mind's eye, see half moon. Tip forward, lower your left hand 12 inches in front of your standing leg. Right leg lifts to the height of your hips. Flex those right toes, turn them to the right. Create space in all four directions. Maybe your left hand drifts up off the mat. Maybe your gaze looks up towards the sky. Super challenge. And lower your right hand down, vertical splits, right toes face down. Let the neck be soft. Inhale your right leg a little higher. Exhale, sit it down next to left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take two lines, rest together, which means that on the exhale, we open the mouth wide and stick the tongue out. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Lion's breath out. One more, deep inhale through the nose. Lion's out. Lower to your knees, child's pose. Good job. Catch up with your breath here. And just for transition's sake, I'm going to ask you to come find down dog for a moment so we can come into pigeon pose. From down dog, slide your right knee to the outside of your right wrist. Right foot falls, and if you like, you can bring your shin parallel to the front of the mat to take a more traditional approach. But if that's too intense, let your right foot slide down towards your left hip. Lower the back knee, scoot it back a few inches, release the toes. Stay on your hands or go down onto your elbows. If your right hip is lifted up off the mat like mine, I recommend placing a block under it, under your sitting bone, or maybe even a pillow. You want to feel a stretch, but you also don't want to be so far away from the earth that you're clenching away from the stretch. You're taking the traditional approach with your front shin parallel to the front of the mat. Flex your right toes back to activate the foot. That'll be a little more comfortable for your ankle. Your arms are down on the ground. Come up to your hands one at a time. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee up. Step your right foot back to meet your left. And we'll switch sides. Bring the left knee outside of your left wrist. Let the left foot fall outside of the right wrist. Do or don't find the parallel shin. Scoot your right knee back. Release the toes. Stay on your arms or lower down. Use an appropriate prop if you like. Even as long as I've been practicing yoga, I still love using a block in pigeon, using a pillow in pigeon. Everybody's hips and joints have different mobility. So just find what works for your body. Please make sure your knee is not located directly under your torso. It should always be angling out from beneath your torso. So in this case, the left knee angles out to your left. If your arms are down, come up onto your hands one at a time. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee up, step your left foot back to down dog. And lower to your knees, cross your ankles, sit behind your heels. Bring your legs down in front of you for forward fold. Bring your ankles together. One hand at a time, you'll move your glutes back. Move your butt cheeks back so your bony bones are down on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen up. And exhale, fold forward. If your hands are too far away from the soles of your feet, always feel welcome to hold on to your calves, to your outer legs. And just gently guide your heart forward and then fold in. Gently roll your spine up. Slide your right sole of the foot to your inner left thigh. Your right knee goes out to the right. If you have a block, you might want to place the block beneath your right knee, or a pillow if you've got one and your right knee is floating. It's nice to anchor your right knee away from your body. And again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold towards your front leg. Your left leg, excuse me. Roll your right ribs down towards that left leg. Feel that release in the back over your right hip. Stay here, slide your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Maybe it's your left ankle or shin. Reach your left arm back towards the back of the mat. Your left fingertips start touching the earth. Gaze follows your left shoulder. And you come back up to center. We'll switch sides. Extend your right leg long. Bend your left knee. Slide the left sole of the foot into the inner right thigh. Place that block under the lifted left knee if you like. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Roll your left ribs down. Stay here. If you like, slide your left hand to your outer right foot as you reach your right arm for the back of your mat. Fingertips touch down, gaze looks back towards your right fingertips, your right shoulder. And come back up to center. Bring your legs out in front of you. Scoot forward if you're far back on your mat. And lower all the way down onto your spine. We'll take happy baby. Bend your knees in towards your heart. Flex the feet. Hands reach through your inner legs. Reach for the outer feet. And gently use your hands to draw those knees towards the outer ribs. Heels more or less stack over those knees. Draw your tailbone down to the mat, the mid-back, the backs of your shoulders. Find that long, neutral spine. Maybe you'll make peace sign fingers here. Catch your big toes and reach your legs out to the side, finding a wide-legged split. Keep bringing that tailbone down. Everybody bring your knees together, bend your knees in towards your heart, hands over your shins, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and hold it at the very top. Squeeze your toes, stretch your face. Inside out, Shavasana, as your legs go out to the front corners of the mat. Arms release away from your sides. Palms face the sky. And let yourself melt into your final pose, corpse pose. Let go of any breath control. There's nothing to do here, nothing to expect. Just accept everything as it is. And just be. I'm gonna bring you out of Shavasana, but if you'd like to stay, feel welcome to do so. It's your at-home practice. If you'd like to leave with me, take a deep inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Open and close your hands. Scrunch your toes. Roll out your ankles, your wrists. Point your toes forward, reach your arms back overhead. Give yourself a lengthening stretch. Roll off to your left hand side. Use your left arm as a pillow. Bend your knees in towards your heart. Find a fetal position. And with your eyes still closed, use your right hand to press up to a comfortable seat. Hands can rest wherever you like. Sit up tall. One last breath together. Deep inhale through your nose.